Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
So, who actually manufactures Trump watches? The answer is a bit more complicated than you might think because there isn't just one Trump watch. It really depends on which era of watch you're talking about. Let's break it down. First, you have the original watches from the mid-2000s. These were part of the Donald J. Trump signature collection, sold in department stores like Macy's. They were designed to be affordable luxury items, often looking like much more expensive timepieces. These watches were not made in a Trump-owned factory. Instead, the Trump Organization licensed the brand name to a third-party manufacturer. That manufacturer was a company called the E.GLUK Corporation. If that name doesn't ring a bell, you've definitely heard of their other brands, like Armatron and Inclined. E.GLUK is a major player in the watch world, specializing in producing watches for various fashion brands. They handled the design, the manufacturing, and the distribution. The watches themselves used standard quartz movements and were likely assembled in Asia, which is typical for watches in that price range. That entire line of products, including the watches, was eventually discontinued. Now, let's fast forward to the much more recent watches, specifically the gold-colored Never Surrender watches that were released in 2024. These are a completely different story. They were sold for $499 as a limited edition item alongside Trump-branded sneakers. Again, Donald Trump's company is not directly manufacturing these. If you look at the fine print on the website they were sold on, it states that the venture is operated by a company called CIC Ventures LLC. This company has a license agreement to use Donald Trump's name, image, and likeness for these products. This is a very common business practice for merchandise. So, where does CIC Ventures get the watches made? While they don't explicitly state the country of origin, it is almost certain that these watches are mass-produced by a manufacturer in China. This is the standard operating procedure for most promotional and merchandise items like this. The high price tag isn't based on complex internal mechanics or Swiss craftsmanship, it's based on the branding, the limited edition number, and the political affiliation. In summary, there has never been a Trump-owned watch factory. In both the past and the present, the watches bearing his name have been licensed products. An established American watch company, E.GLUK, made the first generation, and a newer company, CIC Ventures, is behind the latest Never Surrender edition, almost certainly sourcing them from an overseas manufacturer in Asia. The common thread is the business model, licensing a powerful brand name to a company that handles the rest. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into who makes what. We'll see you in the next video.